Hello, my friends. For today's reading, sorry about that. The focus is number 27, exchanging gifts. So, essential meanings, the law of giving and receiving. Currency, trade-offs, weighing costs and determining value. The Oracle's message, you're entering into a productive and enriching time when all manner of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need to seize them, yet in order to honor them, you must put in the time, exchange your experience and skills, and commit heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. You can do it. You have what it takes to be successful, if you align with the law of giving and receiving. You must engage in a dance of give and take, push and pull, doing and being. If you let fear guide your choices, you could deplete yourself or create an imbalance. This is not a time to just do. Use your currency wisely and be mindful of the value others bring to your life. All right, then we have the Otter, which I will tell you came out sideways. So I'm getting the sense your Otter is not particularly stable. All right, unobstructed joy, playfulness, contentment. Perhaps the most joyful creature within the animal spirit deck, the Otter represents absolute bliss. Otter energy is the playfulness of a child, available to us at any age. They have a giddiness and reverence for life itself, without the presence of doubt, worry, or skepticism. Imagine yourself with a little more Otter energy. What would life look like? What would it take to bring you there? The Otter card begs these questions and wants to transport us to that precious place as soon as possible. The celebration awaits. Honestly, it sounds a bit, what do they call it, manic? Or manic depressive? I'm sorry, I can't remember the name. It's a condition where your moods kind of swing wildly from one end to the other. In any case, perhaps you're feeling a bit that way, or perhaps you have that condition. I'm sorry, I can't think of the name right now. Okay, when in balance, full of love, needs nothing. When out of balance, gloomy, sighs, makes silly excuses. To bring it to balance, dance party or celebration. All right, so that's where you are now, somewhere on that spectrum. And this is to help you figure out whether or not this is your reading. We have the Ace of Pentacles, perhaps the beginning of a new job, the beginning of a new business, some kind of endeavor that you hope will bring in some money. And the Knight of Pentacles is someone who is dedicated. They are not the fastest person in the world, but they are determined. This is the most determined, diligent knight in the deck. They will just keep going and going and going, no matter how long it takes to get there. So it would seem that your goal would be the Ten of Pentacles, because everybody wants the Ten of Pentacles. That's being successful, being very well established in physical in life, financial security. If not wealth, then at least being comfortable. But this Knight of Pentacles is probably being inspired to all this action by a sense of discontent, perhaps insecurity, but definitely a sense that things aren't the way they want them to be. There may be problems in your home or family. Maybe you're just really stagnant. Since you're the Knight of Pentacles, I think it's likely that you will be careful in what steps you take to address this feeling of discontent, rather than impulsively running off and trying something crazy. But I don't know. Then we have the Dream Space, which is unique to this deck. And I imagine that you've been having some interesting dreams lately. Perhaps they're very intense, the kinds of dreams that haunts you all day after you wake up. Perhaps they're inspiring. These do look like nighttime dreams, not daydreams. So on one side we have these dreams, but on the other side we have the Hierophant, which frequently represents the status quo, not wanting to color outside the lines, so to speak. Next to that we have, so you can also be, it's also possible that you're being called to commit more fully to a spiritual life, to find a mentor, or to become a mentor to others. But we also have the Tower in reverse. The Tower in reverse represents a inner shakeup rather than an external shakeup, because usually the Tower pretty much destroys your entire physical world. But in reverse, it tends to represent a radical change in viewpoint, which I think is supported by, look at this white light here, coming out as a rainbow here. So that looks like a pretty big shift to me. So I think that's what's coming up for you next. Now, this is the interesting part. I suspect that right now you are the Knight of Pentacles, but you want to be the King of Pentacles, and you want to make things right, to provide for this Queen of Cups. So that is what is in your inspiration for all of this, perhaps. The Queen of Cups is very, very intuitive, very much a feeling person, a feeling type of personality. They are emotionally intelligent, which is usually a very, very valuable trait for anyone who wants to be financially successful and secure. But they are, at least seemingly, not terribly grounded or practical. And of course, the King of Pentacles would be an extremely practical person. So there may be some potential for conflict there between the two of you. A positive King of Pentacles is kind and generous and secure, so they freely share what they have. An insecure one, of course, does not want to share. They can be a bit graspy and greedy, but only you know which one you are. Remember, as always, the only one who controls your life in the long run is you. All right. What advice or what things should you be giving your attention right now? What are you overlooking? If anything. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. That's interesting. So the Nine of Pentacles is frequently seen as a wish fulfillment card, and of course it's the card that comes right before the Ten of Pentacles. And you're not there yet. So instead we have death, the need for transition, and once again the Hierophant. So I think the status quo is a big issue for you right now. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. I think there's some self-pity going on. Let's see what else comes out. Oh. Okay. There's a King of Cups. Who is this King of Cups? Perhaps it's you. So the King of Cups can be pretty cold. We have a reptile here. They control their emotions, but they don't express them, which is not particularly healthy or conducive to a good relationship. Temperance, a need for balance, and a reminder that miracles are possible. In particular, the need to balance the material and the physical. Six of Pentacles. There's the lack of reciprocity. If you are the King of Cups, then you need to be more emotionally available. This Queen of Cups may perceive you as emotionally unavailable, and that is not good for any relationship. So I'm not sure if that's a crocodile or an alligator. I think they pretty much work the same way, though. They are ambush predators, so they lie around, and they're reptiles. They lie around doing nothing except watching, being very unresponsive. In fact, they're doing their best to convince the world at large that they are just a log, harmless and inert. And then, of course, they lash out very, very, very quickly with a great deal of power. So, is that you? Do you tend to lash out suddenly instead of expressing your emotions in a more balanced fashion? Perhaps it has been. Okay. We have the Seven of Wands in reverse, the Devil in reverse, and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So, you remember I was talking about the... Yes, it's not good. Okay. I was talking about... you may be feeling paranoid that people are out to get you. Maybe the whole world is out to get you. You have the Devil in reverse. That's actually kind of a good thing. And the Four of Pentacles. This may be good, may be bad. So the Devil in the upright is your bad habits, vices, addictions, and having it come out with temperance is a little concerning. Suggests that there are indeed addictions that you need to mediate and address. You don't want extremes of behavior. Oh yeah. So we have the Three of Pentacles, which is about being a good partner in whatever endeavor. I mean, usually it's a workplace because it's a Pentacles, but we also have the Five of Swords and the Ace of Cups. So this could easily be in life in general. How good are you at being a partner at work at home, at play. So we see here self-sabotage here, and we see the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Perhaps things aren't going well in your job, or have not gone well. Ace of Cups is the opening of the heart chakra, which can change everything. So it seems there is a need for being a hermit. Going within, finding your inner light, your inner guide, your higher self. Could be a very natural consequence of your heart chakra opening. It's a wonderful feeling, but you need to work with it appropriately. And you've got some karmic stuff going on. So one of the things that could likely be going on is that there are family patterns that you have to address. Which families have their own cultures. They pass down behaviors from generation to generation. Whether you believe in it as karma or learned behavior patterns, either way, they get passed down. And perhaps your family had more of a Knight of Wands approach, especially for men. So impatient and perhaps not too faithful. More interested in a good time than being responsible adults. That's a lot of cultures find that perfectly acceptable, especially for males. You don't have to be male, however. And we have this Queen of Pentacles. That's interesting. Who is the Queen of Pentacles? Okay, we've gotten the Queen of Cups. We've gotten the Queen of Pentacles. I haven't seen the Queen of Wands, and I have not seen the Queen of Swords. Okay. Who's the Queen of Pentacles? So the Queen of Pentacles is a very nurturing, motherly figure, more grounded and less intuitive than the Queen of Cups, perhaps less sensitive. Not quite as understanding, but still very nurturing and much more practical. But what is their relationship to the viewer? Someone that you betrayed and want to reconcile with? Oh, there's the King of Pentacles on the bottom. Doesn't come out, though. I mean, okay, it came out over here, right? No, yeah, it did. We had the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles representing you. So things ended with this Queen of Pentacles. And considering it's on top of the Five of Swords, you probably destroyed it. And now you are very, very fearful and anxious about approaching this Queen of Pentacles. Well, she's not a Queen of Swords. She's not threatening to chop your head off. Or perhaps you simply fear that you've blown it so badly you have no chance whatsoever. You keep coming up as a mismatch with your queen, whoever your queen is. I mean, If your queen comes out as pentacles, you come out as wands. If she comes out as cups, you come out as pentacles. So it seems you guys are not getting on the same page. You did come out as pentacles earlier, but it did not look like a healthy kind of king of pentacles. Or, yeah, was it pentacles? I think so. Ace of Wands in reverse. You're snarling at your own inspirations? You do not like your own thoughts, your own breakthrough ideas. Why don't you like your own ideas? Ace of Pentacles again. Oh my gosh. At least it's upright. So you seem to feel the need to start over again. You want a fiery, passionate new beginning, but it's not going to happen now and right now, and you know it because you need to focus on the Ace of Pentacles, which is the beginning of a new financial foundation, a new physical, material foundation for yourself. And perhaps learning to become grounded, because you came out as the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. So you came out as the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. So you've got fire and earth going on. Earth can control the fire, and perhaps that's what the Ace of Pentacles is all about, you learning to control your own fire. Please remember that regardless of the gender of the title or the picture, there is no gender in tarot. You can be male or female and represent or be represented by any of these cards, and the same goes for any of the people that these cards might be representing for you. And here, I think, is where we'll end with the star. So the star is a reminder that miracles are possible, that you are connected to the divine always, and healing is possible. So believe in miracles, believe in your own healing, and keep working towards it. I don't do timelines because tarot is good for snapshots. It tells you where you are, where you will be in the future. That depends on the choices that you make, and you are the only one who can make those decisions and those choices. Your life is in your hands.